Welcome back. Now, we are going to be going off into a new chapter, so that's why we're on the start menu here. But I completely forgot at the end of the previous part I was meant to do my theory crafting, wasn't I? And I completely forgot about it, so I do apologize for that, but we are going to do it right here, right now. But, obviously, same warning, if you do not want to have spoilers for the original Xenoblade, please skip to the time that's on the screen right now. This is your only warning. Skip to that time. That's when we're going to be carrying on the story if you don't want spoilers for the original Xenoblade. Right? Okay? Time's disappearing. That's it. That's your final warning. It's gone. Right. So let's start theory crafting. This all started in my head. I think it was in part 33 where I brought up the idea of, like, maybe there could be a third blade. Like a third Aegis is what I was thinking. Just sort of like, we got Malos, you got, well, you got Mithra and you got Pyra, the sort of the same blade, essentially. But yeah, there's just a little conversation that was going off down in the comments about regards to, like, how, I think it was like Rex is sort of like, seems to have the same, like, inklings as towards Adam, and like they see the same in him. Like, they see Adam in Rex. And I was thinking, like, oh, well, I think in along the lines of the original Xenoblade, only certain people would have a true potential with the Aegis. And then my mind went, wait a minute. Shulk had foresight. That's a thing people have when they have the Aegis, when you got Pyra / Mithra. Well, you got Mithra, because that's when you can use the foresight in the cutscenes anyway. So it's like, wait a minute. If he's got foresight, does that mean the Monado is an Aegis? Or that the Aegises are Monados? And that's the connection? And then my mind was going like, wait a minute. If this third Aegis that I'm thinking of is that, then the third Aegis is in another dimension. And it's Alvis. And that would make so much sense. So much sense. But spun off from that idea. So it's like, so we got Malos. Simple, that's 1. We've got Mithra, that's 2. And then we've got Alvis over in the other universe, that's 3. There's the 3. The idea behind that is just sort of like based on what I remember from the first game. There was 1 Monado, 2 Monado, 3 Monado, 4. What? What? No, 3 Monados. There was 3 Monados. So it's just the idea of 3 blades just keeps coming to my head. So that's where I've got with that idea. That Alvis is the third blade. And that's maybe going to be a connection at some point. But my theory went further in my head after the previous part. So it's a good job I didn't actually do it. Because I was like, wait a minute. So that would mean they have like a lot of power, Malos and Mithra. A lot of power we haven't seen. Because Alvis had a lot of power. A hell of a lot of power as like the Monado. He could do a lot of things. Like essentially reorganize the universe and stuff like that. He had a lot of power by the end, didn't he? But that's when he awakened, like got to like, what was it? It was all like Shulk unleashed his Monado, which was Monado 3. So now my thinking is like, okay, if that's the logic, so if we go with the idea in the original Xenoblade, we've got, I'm just trying to order my thoughts here. We've got Shulk. If we take the idea that he's a driver and the Alvis is a blade, right? Are you following? So Shulk, driver, Alvis, blade. The actual sword would be the Monado. And then he unlocks Monado 2, which, you know, is more powerful, etc., etc. And then he unlocks Monado 3. So how does this relate to this game? So I'm thinking, okay, Rex has got Pyra, Monado 1, then Mithra, Monado 2. Is there going to be a third one? That's where I'm thinking with that. So I got 2 theories right now going on that sort of either combine together or compete with each other. I'm not entirely sure. So we've got the idea that maybe Alvis is the third Aegis that I'm inkling towards there being. And also the idea that there's going to be a third character, a third mode, a third blade for Rex in regards to the Aegis sword. That's what my inkling is there. So that's what's going on right now, and that's all based around just me thinking, wait a minute, Shulk has foresight. That's too on the nose for me right now. It's just like, wait a minute, that just seems so obvious right now. But anyway, so that's the theory crafting caught up. I hope you didn't mind that if you were listening to all that. If it made sense to you, hopefully it did make some sense. So anyway, let's get into it and welcome back the actual people. That would have been the time code, by the way. So just so you know, for the people who heard the spoilers. So welcome back the people who jumped ahead in the video. So let's actually get on and continue with the game. It's a new continue. I was going to say it's a new game, everyone, but that doesn't work because we're continuing. What is it, chapter 6 now? I think that's where we're at. I spouted a lot then. Wounds.
You little scamp. Do you know how much the core you took was worth? I stole it from the castle. 3 years it took me to get it. And now...
Please! She's barely 10 years old!
Silence! Stay out of it!
Oh!
If you die, it'll be as good as new. You brought this on yourself.
Well, of course, Jin was going to protect her.
From now on, I'll protect you. I'll keep you safe. Always.
You seem so friendly, it's weird.
My name is Jin. What's yours?
Laura.
What happened to him? Clearly he's very cold now.
It seems like sending Outcasts was the right choice. You alright?
I've been through worse. I can handle it.
Jin, I swear I'll make your dream come true. So stop putting yourself at risk.
There's still time.
Is that part of your dream, too? What are we, in the end? This hunger I feel, this thirst, is it really my own? Or is it someone else's? Sometimes I can't tell. Tell me, Jin, are you really here? I don't know where I really am.
You're starting to sound like a human.
Oh, yeah?
Perhaps we're not so different after all. Humans and blades.
See, I'm starting to like Jin more and more. Despite him killing Rex at the beginning. Clearly he has his reasons. He's up to something. It doesn't necessarily feel bad. I feel like I've seen her before. Could just be a similar art style to something else, but Let me know if I have. I just got this feeling like I have seen her before. Definitely seen him before.
What's the deal with this ceasefire?
A tribunal, it looks like. Praetor on Malthus is here in person. And who's going to argue with the Praetor?
Does he have any clue how many men we lost? If those Ardanians get away with this, Architect, damn it. Quit your grumbling, mate. All this is way beyond our pay grade.
You got that right. We're all just faceless cannon fodder to the bigwigs. CO says jump, we jump.
Nice little scene with the soldiers. See what's going down in the troops, sort of thing. Morning, folks. Everyone sleep well? Not a wink. Figured as much. Let's take a nice walk over to the hall where the emergency summit's being held. Clear our heads a little. Someone's got to escort Morag over there, right? I think I would be perfectly capable of finding my own way. And Mithra's meant to be attending too, right? Apparently, yes. See, we might as well all head over. I guess you're right. Let's go then. I think it's wise. I don't want to do the spoilers that I did at the start, but I think it's wise to at least reference some of the stuff in the fairy crafting. Just so people don't be surprised if I go, aha, I'm right. And they'll be like, how are you right? When were you right? It's like, I think that Mithra has more power within her. Yep. As well as Malos. And that there could be a third Aegis that we use, that Rex uses. Like a third stage. That's the best way of putting it out. I'm just thinking like how to sum it up without spoiling Xenoblade. Like the original Xenoblade. It's like, how could I sum it up? Potentially. Like, there's other bits as well that you guys, if you heard the start, is like, I've not mentioned. But it's like, you know, just gotta be careful, because I don't want to ruin the first one for people. You know, I don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. So, try to word it the best way I could. I'm assuming it's in the room over here. There seems to be no one here. Like, clearly, that thing at the top is where I'm getting a lot of my inklings from, by the way. Just the fact, like, there's the world tree there. Right there. And that shape up there is very, very familiar. Let's put it like that. It's very familiar. Senelo! Through here is the venue for the Summit of Nations. I must apologize, but entry is forbidden to all but the official representatives of each nation. I guess this is as far as we go. Yes, Bridget and I will proceed to the summit. I'm coming with you. And so are you, Mithra, remember? I guess. I'm not sure I like it, but I suppose I have to play my part in all this. Rex, you head back to our chambers with the others and wait for us. No problemos. Don't know where I got MOs from, but still. Be careful in there, okay, Mithra? Don't worry. I'll handle this just fine.
My deepest thanks to you for agreeing to this ceasefire. Queen Rakura, Emperor Nile.
As I recall from the Assyrian treaty of 350 years ago, the Praetorium was to refrain from intervention in times of war. And yet here you are intervening. But I trust you have a suitable justification, Your Eminence.
Naturally. But first, to ensure impartiality in these negotiations, may I present Nira, acting chairman of the Argentum Trade Guild. Furthermore, representing the Tantalese, His Highness the Crown Prince Ozikairis Brunev Tantal will also be attending.
Hell of a name.
The Crown Prince, the prodigal Prince of Tantal.
Go with Zeke. Oh no, it's those two.
What a spectacle! Seems the Praetor has as much clout around here as ever.
Could we not just take them out here and now?
Good point. All the principal nations' heads gathered here? It'd make things easy later.
The way to the World Tree must first be opened. Wiping out mankind is the easy part. We could manage that ourselves.
Even so...
That isn't our only goal, remember? We must wait for the stage to be set.
Is Jin serious about this?
Yeah. I've been wondering that myself.
Oh, he's serious. He always is. He will annihilate mankind, and then... he will kill the Architect.
Now, it seems Mor Ardain has been accused of a unilateral breach of treaty in this matter. Emperor Nile, I open the floor to you. Is there anything you wish to say?
While we are still conducting investigations into the cause, it cannot be denied that weaponry belonging to our forces was discharged against Uriah. Regardless of any possible reason and circumstance, we are prepared to offer recompense for this grave offence.
So you want to settle this with money?
We will provide any compensation deemed necessary.
Perhaps I'm misunderstanding. To my ears, it sounds almost as if you mean to imply that the blame for these offences does not lie with your Majesty at all.
We are investigating. I ask that we not draw any hasty conclusions.
What need is there for investigation? I believe a cause has already been established. There are witnesses.
And that would be? What a preposterous notion. The people you speak of are merely a terrorist group. How could they possibly command that measure of...
It's the truth. I, Ozyclyrus, swear this in the name of King Eulogimenos Tantal.
Can confirm ex-Chairman Banner give these people some kind of supplies. Military supplies, methinks, and in great number, yes.
But why would...
What if I were to tell you that the Aegis Malus, who raised the world 5 centuries ago, was involved?
Ridiculous. Everyone knows he disappeared in a blaze of flame.
He's very much alive, believe me. That arsehole, the Aegis, has confronted us in person. And if my word is not enough for you...
A blade? But that core crystal...
This is another Aegis, named Mithra. Your Highness has heard of her, surely?
So the rumors that reached us were true. Who is its driver?
If you knew that, I dare say your surprise would be even greater. But that is not the matter we are here to discuss, Your Highness. This is a dire situation.
Right, it's quite dire.
$6 already. Mithra's been in there for a long time now.
We've just got to trust them. They're dealing with the leaders of whole nations. It's not like there's anything you or me can do to help.
Ugh.
I've noticed something about Malos. He's an Aegis. but you wouldn't know it from how he's fighting. I'm pretty sure he's damaged in some way.
You mean he can't use the full extent of his powers?
The wounds I dealt in our battle long ago may not be completely healed. His end goal is Elysium. He wants to go back to the place he was born. There he can heal until his powers have recovered. If Malos is allowed to restore himself,
the horrors of 5 centuries past will return.
Or worse still, Malos's goal is simple. He means to destroy humanity in its entirety.
Why would anyone desire that?
Perhaps he doesn't even need a reason. It seems to be a deep-seated drive. An instinct. As natural as breathing.
All of this is my responsibility.
Praetor Amalthus? Whatever do you mean?
It was none other than I who awakened Malos and unleashed him upon the world.
So, Your Eminence, the rumor that you were once Malos's driver is...
I never intended to obscure the truth. It is writ plain for all to see in history books. I was a fool. It was to prevent such foolishness that all passage to the World Tree was forbidden after the Aegis War. However, it has become apparent that the laws of men do not apply to Malos. The time may have come to lift that restriction.
So that's maybe how we get there, then. Oh, meeting adjourned, apparently.
I appreciate this.
Don't think you've earned my trust. But since Rex is going to Elysium, their paths are bound to cross. That's all.
I'm surprised. You seem so devoted to the boy.
It's for both our sakes. But you, Amalthus, who is it that you're living for?
I'm wondering what his story is. There's clearly more we don't know. And it's clearly to do with Malos. That's the thing. It's like... It's that sort of like thing of like... I do have this inkling in the back of my mind. Like, especially because this whole... Everywhere, everything here in Indol is lovely and nice. It's like... I don't trust it. I don't trust happy and nice in RPGs. There's always something going on. So it's sort of like... I don't trust this Praetor. I don't trust him, especially because he's the one who awakened Malos. So it's sort of like, what's he up to? What happened? I don't know. We need more details there. But anyway, morning, folks. You're looking a bit better slept than yesterday. Pretty much. Fan's state funeral is to be held today, is it not? Yeah, I think it was meant to be happening in the plaza, right outside the sanctum. We'll be going, right, chum? Yes, it would be wrong for me not to. The plaza's very not far away. Time to go, quick, quick. Master Pon's so bossy sometimes. Oh, let's get Tora back in then, because I want a tank. It's like, I don't know if I'm going to be using Zeke for a while. Let's put it like that. I want to stay with Rex, because it's like, just want to see if it's like some of my suspicions do come true. That's the thing, because then if they do, I'm going to be quite powerful soon. Just spam that, get that star. Boop, boop. I don't know why I would bother even getting the stars at this point, because my development is at level 5. It's completely pointless, completely pointless. It's loading quite a bit.
I guess they did call her a goddess. The state funeral makes sense. Shouldn't you be with him?
He's a boy. Best not to bother them at times like this.
I expected you to be more clingy. You really are different from her.
Actually, letting him be was more her idea than mine.
Really? Pyra's? Get out. So wait, you're saying you want to go be clingy or what?
I'll burn you.
I kid. Sheesh. It's weird, though.
What is?
I mean, don't you think it's odd? Normally, if a blade or its driver dies, it'll just go back to being a core crystal. So why is Fan just dead?
I did wonder the same thing. There's only one way I know for a dead blade to keep its physical form. Remember Minoth? I mean Cole. He was a flesh eater.
Yeah.
But Fan wasn't a flesh eater. I can say that for sure.
What's that?
That's the shape of Fan's core crystal. Well, how it used to be.
But now it's a triangle.
Rex and I are quite a unique case, but this is different still.
How is it different?
If a blade shares its core with another, its shape changes in a uniform fashion. In our case, the center part went to Rex and the outer part to us. I don't know why that is, but it seems to be a rule.
But Fan's isn't like that.
Exactly. It looks more like someone stole her core, doesn't it?
It went straight to the Praetor at that point. He stole it, didn't he? Like, just the camera was like, wait a minute, why did it... Like I said, I got my suspicions with him, so... He stole the other bit, didn't he? Anyway, that was quite the grand funeral ceremony. It spoke volumes as to just how much Fan was loved by her people. The goddess of Indol won't be an easy position to replace. Rex, what are you going to do from here on out? If we're going to reach the World Tree, we'll need the Praetor's help, but... Master Rex, there you are. Praetor Amalthus wishes to speak with you. He is waiting in the audience chamber. It's perfect timing then. Maybe he wants to talk about the World Tree. I'm afraid I cannot say. Oh, there's only one way to find out. Let's get ourselves on over to that audience chamber then. Indeed. Let's go. There's no way to run faster. It's like, I know I can get the contracts, etc, and make sure I do. That's the point. New chapter. Do I have new merc stuff? Because I usually do have something, but it normally warns me at the start. Rex's condition. Alright then. So we do have a few new things. Is it just them though? Still not finished Indol's one. It just seems like that. Like, there doesn't seem to be anything else, does there? No. Just waiting for another, like, pink one to show up, because that's where I'm gonna get my contracts from. And that's where it's significant and stuff like that, so, I don't know. Now, I normally would end the part around here, by the way, because it would be around the half-hour mark, but because of the theory crafting at the start, it would feel short for the people that would have skipped, like, the 5 minutes at the start, so it's like, no, we'll go view another scene. It's like, it feels significant, it feels important to do that at least, so we can have something going on. Seriously, the music is just fantastic here. It's amazing. Okay, lots of core crystals. Quite strange. What is he doing?
My apologies. Did I keep you waiting?
No, not really. What were you doing?
I was cleansing the core crystals. It markedly increases their resonance success rate. Bonding with a crystal carries certain risks, you understand.
I know.
When I became the driver of an Aegis, this power was awakened in me.
So, I might be able to do it too?
Who knows? Different people are cut out for different things.
Right, yeah.
Now then, my work is done for the day. Come with me.
A special envoy? To Tantal? Me?
Correct. Behold. As a salvager, I imagine you are already aware, but this is Allrest, the world we currently inhabit. We make our home on Titans, moving in circles around the world tree. And here lies the Great Void. This void came into being 500 years ago. It did not exist prior to that.
So I've heard. It's in our way anyway. It stopped us reaching the world tree.
The Great Void is carved from the Cloud Sea by a monstrous beast known as Ophion.
Wait, you mean that thing?
To be precise, it is an artifice, a servant of the Aegis.
Of Mithra?
So if that thing is Mithra's, then what did it attack us for? Doesn't make sense.
Ophion was felled in the ancient battle with Malos, sinking below the clouds. This means someone must have revived it.
Correct.
And you're saying that someone was Zeke's home country, Tantal?
Yes. They gave Ophion one directive: to ensure that none approach the World Tree. They sought to prevent a repeat of the horrors of the Aegis War, so an obstacle was created, the Great Void.
How did they manage a feat like that?
As I've said, mankind is regressing. Only one artifact remains that can rescind Ophion's orders, and it lies in Tantal.
It's called the Omega Fetter, and it's guarded by the royal family. I'll take you to it.
I've prepared your envoy documents already. Your quest is to set foot in Elysium, correct? Malos and his ilk will surely seek the Omega Fetter for themselves. I would ask you to reach Elysium before they do, and inform me of what you find there. Do it as a favor for a once foolish old man, and so that people may have a future in this dying world.
I mean, that's what Rex wants. So Zeke, you're going to be guiding us to Tantal, right? Sure am. But let's head back to our chambers before we talk about it. This isn't exactly the place for discussing stuff. Back to our room? Got it. Okay, that was a bit creepy with the noise there, but alright. Alright, so spam. Right, so we are now going to end this part, and in the next part the next story part, we will return to the room, but the next part we'll be going out after this, so it should already be out, because this should go beyond half an hour, shouldn't it? So it should already be out on the channel, and it's going to be another side quest part. And the main aim of that, at the start of that, will be, what's her name? I can't remember her name. I gave her to Nia. Where is she? Where is she? Am I blind? I'm blind to it. I'm blind to it there. Ursula. Starting her quest, because people have told me I need to start her quest, look it up and stuff like that. Make sure I start that early, otherwise it's going to be a pain, basically. So it's like, okay, I trust you guys. We'll look that up, how to start it and stuff like that. Make sure we get that done. Might not have to look it up. I'll start at the next part, seeing whether or not we've done that. So, see you in the next part. I have a story or side quest. Ta-ta for now.